All right, the show continues. So here's another scene from Alex Haley's Queen from 1993. This scene here is of Queen. She's sitting outside with her two. I don't think. Well, this was after slavery, and this so I can't call them slave owners, but she was working for these two older white women, and she got pregnant by Queen, played by Halle Berry. She got pregnant by a black. Was he a sharecropper? I think he was a sharecropper, former sharecropper. Anyway, he left town because he was on this fight for freedom for black folks, and he leaves her alone with he leaves her alone pregnant with their child. So listen carefully as to what this woman is saying to Queen. These two women are older; they never married, and they're childless. But listen to what they say to the character Queen.
All right out here? Oh, I'm fine, Miss Skippy. Don't want you catching cold. You know you didn't finish your chores today. We'll forgive you now. You But once he's born. Why are you so sure he's going to be a boy? Well, I don't know, of course. How could I? Now, don't sit out here too long.
She's convinced it'll be a boy because she wants it to be a boy. We both do. What's it like, Queen?
Heavy.
No, I mean, what's it really like? How does it feel in your heart?
Well, I feel full up with him, complete with love for him. I think it's going to be a boy, too. I feel him growing inside me, kicking inside me. Part of my body, all my love. I don't know what I'm going to do if he don't love me. Can't imagine why he wouldn't. Ain't nobody ever going to take him away from me. Except God, maybe.
I envy you so much. Both of us do. Don't you think we didn't long to be married? Yearn to have children? We never found the right man, either of us. Or they didn't find us. And then the war came along and took most of the men away. And we got old. We spend our lives trying to increase God's family, not our own. But I would give almost anything to know what it feels like, really feels like in my heart. Don't make it worse for me.
Woo! No, 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 no. Um, yeah, she says they long to be married and they long to have children in the family, and they envy her. And if you take a look at the movie, because I can't play the whole thing, but you take a look at it, at some point they ended up trying to take her child away from her because they wanted a baby, but they were living vicariously through this young woman. But we can see that playing out in real life. I do believe that some older women, if they're empty and they're not complete and whole within themselves, yeah, they will envy young women, but they also live vicariously through them. And when I say that, I mean I think in some kind of toxic way, they admire the rebellion in a lot of younger women as far as them being able to have children without the benefit of tradition. And when I say tradition, I mean getting married and, having your family. I remember when I was I was in my mid or late 20s. My aunt said to me, I should just go ahead and just have a baby. and I kind of looked at her in a strange way. But when I started to pay attention to the way she spoke about marriage, well, really her marriage and how she felt about her husband, because the backstory to that is she got pregnant at a young age, and back then in the South, I think she had her first child in the late 50s. She had to have the shotgun marriage. She couldn't go out and be strong and independent and raise her child on her own. She had to get married because back then, you couldn't stay single and be pregnant. You couldn't raise a family on your own. So she had to get married, and according to her, the marriage wasn't good. But I think somewhere inside of her, deep down, she envies younger women who have children outside of marriage, because I think deep down she wished she could have done that. And I think she stated that once. I can't really remember, but I think she did mention that she wished she could have just stayed by herself and had raised her children by herself. Like I said, I never had that. I never felt that way as far as having children and raising them on your own, because I was raised in an environment and it was chaotic, stressful, no structure, no stability. Just, you just kind of living your life day by day, blowing with the wind. But that's something that I never wanted to recreate. I function better in structure and in order and discipline. But when I saw that scene, it made me think about what I see today as far as younger women tolerating dysfunction in the younger women. And I really do. I think that it's an envy, and this is why we label it as women being empowered, and oh, you're strong and independent because you're doing it on your own. But as I've said countless times, now we're seeing the consequences of it, because women now are tired, they're burnt out because of the previous generation. They said, oh yeah, we like this, because as the two old ladies said in that movie, they longed to be married, but they couldn't. They always wanted to get married and have a family, but the war took away all the good men, so they were left to be single and childless. But she said to Halle Berry's character, I envy you, because she wanted to know what it feels like. But look at where we are now. How does it feel? Anyway, I'm going to find some more clips, and I'm going to come on here more often and share my thoughts and insights on these television and movie clips that I come across. So you guys have a good day, be safe, and I'll see you on the next video.